Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia kid, and
And Teresa.
hey, y'all. Hope everybody's had a good weekend and starting your week off right. A couple things quick before we get in today. We got some viewers' questions, but on our last video, we talked about bullies, and a lot of you was worried that something come up with Laney or maybe somebody else in the family, and no, that. Nobody has. As I said, I watch things and then hear stuff, and Teresa can tell you, and then if I get something that just really just gets to just gnawing at me, uh, it brings back memories, and also just gets me to thinking about those people, and I just wanted to say my piece that you know. Basically what I was trying to say is God made each and every one of us different, and He did that because each and every one of us, I think, are special in our own way. So, just wanted to get that straightened out. Also, too, thank y'all uh, for all the well wishes for Daddy's surgery. I told y'all last time he really appreciated him. He's doing good. He's doing real good with his physical therapy. We're actually be headed up there probably Friday to uh, to see him. But he had a good Father's Day. I had one, and that's another thing. Thank y'all all for the Father's Day wishes. And hey, Teresa,
Okay.
let's get into some questions.
All right. Parker 7189. What did Elvis think of the Moody Blue album?
Oh, he loved it. I mean, Elvis pretty much loved most all his achievements and things that he did. I mean, he was very proud of them, and even the small things. We've talked about before, but and it being some of them. I don't know. I can't remember now. I don't think all of them come out blue, but they may have. But I know a certain amount did, and I thought that was the coolest thing, and I'm sure he did too. But like I said, he was proud of a lot of them, but he was really proud of the Moody Blue album.
Okay. TLBE Man. I did my basic at Fort Knox too. Do you remember the Hills, Misery and Agony and Heartbreak?
Do as you know, you can't forget. Uh, I don't know. I'm sure they, because the Army had the same routine, but I'll never the first time we was ever introduced to them. Uh, we got on a nice air conditioned Greyhound bus, and they carried us on up in the mountains, and they introduced us and told us the names of them, which is Misery, Agony, and Heartbreak,
The mountains.
and then we watched the bus pull off
with air conditioning.
with the air conditioning, and we marched and hiked our way back to the barracks, and then, as you know, throughout basic training, you got to meet those mountains several times with full gear and packs on, and let's say I don't miss them, but I dang sure never will forget them. So.
Okay, Arkansas Dave. Do you have any stories of Uncle Vester?
I do. Hey, by the way, hey Arkansas Dave, how you doing, buddy? I've got many, but I'll tell the same. I'm gonna start probably telling a few about one that just come to mind just from that was of how he used to drive that yellow International Scout, and he would take folks up like a lot of the other ones up around, you know, Graceland, and give them like a little outside tour, and tell them about where Elvis got his haircut up there sometimes. And uh, what I always remember is some nights, just for the heck of it, we would get on there and we would stand on the bumper and hold on to the luggage rack. Me, Rory, Joey, Jimmy Gamble, sometimes one or two of Jimmy's friends, and he'd let us ride. we carried on and had a good time. But Uncle Vester was he was unique in his own way. You know, he could be a little ornery and stubborn at times, but all in all, he had the Presley heart, and you know, he was good. You know, I'm gonna touch just a little bit, and then because I've got different stories just popping through my mind, but you know, he was married to my grandfather's sister, which is Gladys's other sister, Aunt Cletus, and boy, she was around her too, and she stayed on that butt. Let's just say
She did the tuning.
he was the one tuned. Yeah, it ain't like you know, like me. But
you know, you have to walk a line when Laney's here because you're outnumbered.
But then
2 to
again,
1.
everybody's not like me, so you know. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to decide where I want to take that.
Take it to the next question, darling.
Jane Anderson, did Lisa have a childhood crush on any young fellow? And if so, how did Elvis react?
Not that I'm aware. It wasn't like, I mean, there wasn't any you know, any strangers or young, you know, guys or her age, except for just all of us, which, you know, we were family.
Mm-hmm.
If she had of, it probably wouldn't have been good. That's how Elvis would have reacted. As we all know, he adored her. He loved her. And I'm very sure that he would have been very, very overprotective. You know, sometimes when I think about that and think about how things I know would have been different had Elvis lived, and she grew up as a teenager and started to want to be interested in boys, and then becoming a young woman, and
well, she was 11 when he passed.
No, she was 9.
9, so
yeah.
see, that was quite a time before.
Right.
Like Laney's 12 and a half, and she says she ain't got time for no boys.
Right, and that's and you know what? That's great. That's,
It is. Let her do her things, and yep.
Because I'd kind of be like Elvis.
I know.
You know, I was with Danielle. So
yeah.
But you know, I guess dads are, and then you tend to bend a little bit, but you always watch over them, look at them, and I hope you're watching this, Nolan. You better stay straightened out, buddy.
Okay, Glenn Lyons, 8847. Did you forgive Red and Sonny for writing that book? And did you ever interact with them after Elvis passed?
I don't know if the word is. I don't know if you would call it forgive. I never liked it because I knew that it hurt Elvis, and it hurt me, and I know it hurt my daddy, and you know, a lot of the family. We did interact, but then, you know, y'all have to understand that we shared a life with a group that become family. So
you still had those feelings.
Yeah, we made them. I mean, but yeah, we did interact and see each other, you know, in the later years, you know, after Elvis passed away. And of course, you know, they did the videos, All the King's Men, and you know, still loved them, and you know, I looked up to those guys, but it just, I mean, I can't lie about it. I mean, and I'll always have that anger, sadness, and wonder why inside me for the rest of my life. And I'm, you know, I'm just speaking for myself. And you know, if you're wondering about mama or daddy, you know, ask them on EFM, and you know, let them say how they. But that's the way I feel. Appreciate the question.
Bobby Hunt, what was your favorite room at Graceland?
All of them. No, you know, I've said it before. I mean, don't get me wrong. Love the Den, which everybody calls the jungle room, but we spent more time downstairs, in the TV room, in the pool room, than if we were inside Graceland, outside the kitchen. Now that was my favorite.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, that was my favorite. But outside the
Still
kitchen
is.
and food, it would be the downstairs, the TV room and the pool room. I mean, we did so much, and there's so many great, wonderful memories, and we'll start sharing some of those and talking about it. I mean, as I sit right now, I can just almost just picture it, and things just running through my head. But that was my favorite. Let's put it that way.
Okay, Mr. Bridges, were the motorcycles that Elvis and the guys owned all Harley Davidsons?
In the early years, I mean, Elvis loved Harleys, but I know Daddy had a Triumph, and Daddy would know. I'm not, if Elvis had other motorcycles. I want to say he did. I know, Priscilla had a Honda, but in the later years, outside the Supercycle trikes, all the two-wheel motorcycles were Harleys. He just had a thing for Harleys, and they did. And of course,
they're nice.
I mean, not that Harley's not big now, but they were really, really the thing in the 70s. So.
Guess you were a legitimate motorcycle rider if you owned one.
I reckon so. You was cool.
Okay, Travis Van Voorhees. How did you get Elvis's albums or tapes?
Well, a lot of them, once again, the Elvis fans, my Elvis family, y'all, but the ones that know that go way back that wasn't here, they gave us a lot. We bought some, albums, 8 tracks. I mean,
like go to the store.
Yeah. I mean, we would do that too. I mean, we just, loved Elvis music and wanted it. And I know later on, Uncle Vernon had give Daddy 2 full sets of all the RCA albums of Elvis's, and I know that he still got 1 set, but he actually got Uncle Vernon had gave him 2 full sets, and I'm sure they Daddy always had records. Maybe that'll be a good question for him of where he got them, but I'm sure a lot of them come like that. And of course, like I said, we bought them, Mama. When the the Memphis one come out, he mentioned Mama and Patsy about don't cover your eyes up, Joe. You and Pat just stay down, and they couldn't wait. And when that album hit, I know we run out with Mama and Patsy, and then they bought several that they just have,
Yeah.
So.
Okay, last question is from Glenn Lyons. Is it true Elvis did not like being referred to as the king?
Yeah, I would say that's true. I mean, he knew why and appreciated why people called him the king of rock and roll. But like he said more than one time, there's only one king, and that's Jesus Christ. And most all you Christians are going to feel that way or should. So it's not that he hated it. I don't want to come across like that. It just, you was seeing him in concert get given a crown, and if you'll notice, he took it and he carried it, but he never ever put it on stage and never ever wore it. He wouldn't do anything like that. That was just his Christian religious side, and I mean
Yeah.
that's just the way that he felt and believed, and as we all should, you know.
So we're not going to end it. We have one of our friends, Elvis family, who's going to take us out of this video.
We do, and these are coming. These outros are coming from all our Elvis family that visit us in Tupelo for the Elvis Fest. So hey, we're going to let them take you out, and they're going to tell you what we always say.
Hi, I'm Mimi Palazon. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I always live Elvis.